you tell us a little bit more about what the evaluation process looked like? Why did you choose Salesforce Billing and RightRev?
Specifically Salesforce Billing and RightRev, and I'll just talk to that a little bit. So we started off with Salesforce CPQ and Salesforce. So we knew that we were going to do that. The project started out as we are going to optimize quote to order, right? So quote to order basically meant everything that we would do in a quoting perspective. The account hierarchy, all that will be kind of as is, but we're going to clean up that process and we're going to do a phased approach. In doing that, there was a lot of changes we ended up having to do. For example, how we handle multi-year deals with APIs. How do we handle ramp discounts? How do we handle co-term contracts that need to happen throughout a customer's lifecycle? All these were just done very independently from each other today. So we were making a lot of these changes and we were trying to incorporate how E10 and Softracks billing would work with this new process of how data would be coming through from CPQ. About a year into the project, we recognized that, okay, we're making all these changes in E10, it's our product, we have the development staff for it, but we also recognize that there's a ton of changes that are going to get introduced into the billing platform, Softracks, and we had to make the very tough call to say, hey, do we spend the money to customize this tool that we know we're going to optimize in phase 2, or do we bring that into scope right now and tackle that that problem right now? So at that point we said, okay, we're going to do billing and revenue recognition because that's a piece that's always been kind of a thorn in our side. When we did that, we knew there was going to be a budget increase, a timeline increase, but we went ahead and did a true RFP process. We looked at a few different applications, Salesforce Billing one of them, and from the revenue recognition side we saw RightRev and RevPro. We looked at both products and we ultimately decided based on our requirements. I mean, the process we went through is here's kind of our billing requirements, here's kind of our revenue recognition requirements. We looked at the products and we decided to go with Salesforce Billing and RightRev. And I think, for us, looking back at that decision, I think it was a good decision because one, we were bringing kind of a tight-knit ecosystem within the Salesforce world with regards to incorporating Salesforce Billing for our billing engine. But the thing that led us over or pushed us over to RightRev is their integrations to Salesforce platform and how seamlessly it works with regards to incorporating Salesforce Billing and integrating really well with CPQ. I mean, one of the biggest challenges we have today is, this is just not good practice, but it's allowable in our current system stack, right, is creating an order in CPQ or an Aptus. I'm going to do a lot of other contract changes directly in our billing engine, right? And that our source of truth turned out to be, in theory, one system, but it turned out to be 3 or 4 systems in some cases. And that's a big challenge that we are tackling with this project, and we're putting a lot of governance in place. So the seamless integration with RightRev and CPQ and billing really makes our life a lot easier on how we will look at our future invoices, how we will look at our revenue waterfall, and we can trust the data that we're seeing in those systems to map to what was actually sold or what was actually changed on the Salesforce side. There's a lot of data integrity issues that we deal with today because of how there can be changes done across the multiple systems we have.